What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Energon Sharkticon. And now, this is an extremely interesting figure. He's pretty easy to find on eBay for pretty cheap price. I think I got him, almost exactly $11 shipped, and he was 100% complete. So he's pretty easy to find, and he's an extremely good figure. I would highly recommend him. But so removing our little mascot. Oh, she fell over. Removing a little mascot, Baby Peach, setting her off to the side. We will get straight into the review. I haven't recorded haven't attempted recording the Constructicon review again, just because I didn't really feel like it. I wanted to review something a little bit more complex than the G1 figures. Because I like the G1 figures to an extent, but they're boring. It's just nostalgia, and that's literally the only reason why anybody likes them. But they're simple and they're kind of boring toys. So I wanted to review something that was extremely interesting that there's not very many reviews of, and that will be Energon Sharkticon. I think he was a combat class, which is basically Deluxe class, but I'm not sure. If anybody actually knows, just let me know down in the comment section, because I'm not entirely sure the classes and stuff, but I'm pretty sure he was just a combat class. And now, so we're just going to get straight into the size comparisons. So putting Sharkticon on off to the side. I'm assuming he's some kind of boat. So the only other boat transformer I know of that I have is just Titans Return Legends Sea Spray. Legends class versus almost a Voyager sized toy, so of course it's going to be almost more than half the size. So but this is the closest thing I have to a boat. For the other vehicle mode comparison, everything else will be for robot mode. I have Cybertron Mudflap, so you can just see about how big he would scale to. I'm pretty sure this thing is supposed to be way bigger, but you know, since when has scale ever been an important thing in Transformers? So this is also a really cool figure. This will probably be who I review next. I know I've been reviewing a lot of older toys lately, just because with the Power of the Primes toys, there's not really anything in that line. I like the line. There's just nothing in there that I really wanted to review except for maybe the Dinobots, and that was pretty much it. Like none of the Voyagers were really all that exciting, and all the leaders are just too big and too complex for me to really want to try. So I will be reviewing some of the Siege stuff, some of the Transformers Siege toys whenever they start hitting the stores. I'm excited for those. Those look really cool, especially for Shockwave. So, anyways, getting in close to actual Sharkticon and taking a look at his. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like a mix between a submarine and a spaceship. I never watched the Energon cartoon as a kid, so I don't know what role Sharkticon had in it. All I know is that he looks kind of like a cross between a submarine, a spaceship, and a boat. So if you guys know what exactly he was, just let me know in the comment section down below. So up front, we do have the typical Energon Decepticon symbol, just done in purple with a white border. We have a pair of, I guess, anti-aircraft cannons, I'm sure. Oops. I had to readjust my my tripod here. There we go. Sorry about that. And the cannons themselves, they can move up. They move up pretty far too, and they're just made of a softer plastic. All the cannons are. So they can move up and down, and they do rotate fully, sort of. There's kind of natural stopping points where they want to go, or at least for that second one, the bottom one, or the top one, not really. But so those can rotate freely, which is cool. And then you have these cannons here on the side, which can also move up. They're a little bit more stiff and gooey feeling, if that makes any sense, or gummy feeling, but that's just because they're longer. And they can also be positioned however you want them to, but they do have natural stopping points at every 90-degree angle turn. So, but it is very easy to get them to move at minuscule degrees. So that is pretty cool. We don't really get that in toys anymore. Moving down to the sides here, you can see a lot of nice silver paint there for some like techie detail. You can see the cockpit here. There's just some translucent greenish blue and some fins and whatnot there on the actual cockpit or the bridge or whatever it would be. Coming down to the back right here, you can see some nice silver. You get some bronze, some reds, and some purples. You can see the spark crystal right there, which all the Decepticons have and all the Autobots had as well in Transformers Energon, I believe. Coming down to the back, you just got some like screws and whatnot, and some more of that bronze color, although this is a much darker. And you can see his hands just right here. And then you got some thrusters here in the back. You got some like laser cannons or something right there. Some piston details. Nice fins right here with some nice silver paint along the tops and the bottoms of them. Which you can definitely tell from the side at least that this is definitely where they got Sharkticon from. It's got like the shark tail right there. You got kind of a shark head going on with the mouth and everything. These could kind of be like the shark eyes, a little gap right there. And then he's got the little fins on the bottom. And you could sort of see the cockpit right there being the dorsal fins. So it is pretty cool. I do like that. Of course, here where the spark crystal is, you can plug an Energon star right there if you wanted to. And coming down to what is obviously his legs and his crotch, there's just some like copper-ish paint. It's not the same. Whoa, whoops, almost dropped him. It's not the same in either of these colors. It's more of a lighter color of this one right here. So a lot of different paint variations that these older toys have that newer ones do not. And then a little bit of red. He's got some orange going right along there, some more silver along the blue fins, and then a little bit of splash of red. So it's really, really cool looking. I do quite like it. He's fairly clean for the transformation. It's not a whole lot of kibble that doesn't make sense. It is a little bit strange looking from this point to this point, but it's not too bad. I mean, at least it kind of angles up, and the clip right here kind of helps to fill that in. So and then you get some more of that bronze paint right there that carries over. So yeah, he's pretty cool. As for features in his vehicle mode, they all the Decepticons have hyper modes, which is basically where they deploy a bunch of weapons and stuff, similar to how they would in Transformers Cybertron, just without the need of a key. And for Sharkticon here, you're just going to open up these side sections and hope you don't shoot the missile out. There you go. They're just on a. Oh, the missile just fell out. They're just on a gray double hinge right there. There we go. And we'll just take a look at the missile. It's just a stereotypical, somewhat greenish blue missile. So just pop that back in. Do the same on this side, like that. Kind of get them angled to where they would be pointing forward. And there you have Sharkticon in his hyper mode, which is it's pretty cool. It's one of the better of all the hyper modes. I think him and Megatron have the best hyper modes. Shockwave has a pretty cool hyper mode too, even though it's not really a hyper mode. But these can be angled around. You can move them in and out on both of these hinges, although they're kind of stiff and more ratcheted. And then they can move up on. Oh, I just shot myself in the face. They can move, and they can move up and down. And the trigger is just right here on the bottom. Really easy to just shoot those missiles out. These older Energon toys, their springs have gotten really, really weak on all of my Energon toys. Even the ones that I got mint in the box, even their springs are pretty weak, just from aging. Nothing you really do about it. G1 toys are even worse. So, but yeah, so that is his hyper mode. So we're just going to go ahead and close all of that back up. And shoot that stupid missile again. You're probably going to see those missiles fire off a ton of times in this video. If they keep on doing it, I'll just take them out and not put them back in. But anyways, now let's get down to his transformation. He's got an extremely easy transformation, as most toys of this era did. What you're going to do is you're just going to unfold his arms and just kind of, you just kind of want to stick them going straight out like that. And you can see they just kind of lock in right here because these shoulders will clip together with these interlocking tabs. So you just want to bring all of this out. It's just going to kind of sit there and hover there for just a minute. You want to flip them over, come to his these little blue sections here, which was the shark's bottom jaw, and you want to unclip them. You can see there's just these mushroom pegs here that plugged into the little holes right there on the bottom of his feet to secure that all in place. So you want to unplug both of those. Come back here to the front, swing up his waist, and it will just clip in right there, just like that. Pretty solid connection. You just want to straighten out his legs at the thigh swivel, which is extremely rare for toys of this timeline. You just want to fold out his feet, which is very stiff. The joints on my copy of this toy anyways are nice and snug, so that's pretty cool. Now you just want to grab this entire section and unclip it. You want to, you're supposed to fold it all the way back to where it thoops into place. I like to kind of keep it out just a little bit. It kind of throws off his balance a little bit, but it gives his arms room to actually work. So now you're just going to bring his arms up and they will lock into place right up here with that little nub, right there. We'll just kind of lock in behind the chest, rotate the arm, bring it down, rotate at the bicep so his arm is facing forward, and then do the same on this side. Straighten out his waist. And there, ladies and gentlemen, we have Energon Sharkticon in his robot mode, and my camera is going to be stupid again. It's where it doesn't want to focus. Here we go. Sorry about that. I don't know why my camera has been doing this. I guess it's just because the lighting, which I forgot to bring my lamp in here, so sorry about that. I should have remembered to do that, but oh well, he's not that much of a dark figure, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So, getting into the robot mode size comparisons, first up I just have a bow rock, because why not? If you guys want me to, I can do another Bionicle review. If you guys would be interested in that, just let me know down in the comment section. I do have the full set of the bow rock and the full set of the Rockshi. Or I could do individual reviews for some of the Baraki, some Toa, and some other figures like that. Just let me know if any of you guys want to see any Bionicle review next. Here we have them with the SD RX 782. Just because, why not? It's been a while since a Gundam has appeared on this channel, if I remember correctly. And a Figma with Ika Musume, I think is how you properly pronounce that name. To see how she is scaled with him. And last but not least, a fairly recent Deluxe class Transformer, RID 2015-2016 Bludgeon. So you can see how they look together, which is also an amazing figure. Maybe I'll review him soon as well. But yeah, so you can see how these guys look together side by side. Bludgeon's a pretty short Deluxe. He's just wide and stocky. But so yeah, so let's get in close and take a look at the details here. It's going to be kind of hard to see his face. He's got a really dark face. I'll try to see if I can get my camera to cooperate with me, which it's probably not going to. Let's see if I can. No, you don't want to? I hate this camera, guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. You can see he's got a very Optimus Prime-ish looking face. I think his eyes are light piped. Yeah, they're light piped in that same bluish color, but they just look black like the rest of his face. So he does have a really cool looking head sculpt though. I like the swept forward look to it and the mouth plate and everything. He's very, very cool looking. And then coming down his chest, this is all details we've already seen just on the bottom of the vehicle mode. So just taking a look at all of that from head to toe, coming down to the side. Just a bunch of hollowness, a bunch of nothingness going on here. It's all details that we've already seen. He's got like a big cape going on here with all the kibble of the entire front half of the vehicle mode. At least it doesn't make his robot mode suffer too much because he's got some pretty big feet, so he can support the weight. And mine has really stiff joints in the legs, so yeah, it's not too bad. Angle this down just a little bit because he's kind of a short guy. For articulation wise, his head is on a ball joint. He can look up about that far. Get the camera to focus again. He can look down about that far. His head can do a full 360. The arms can do a full 360 as well. They will go out that far and they will go in. He does have a bicep swivel, also pretty rare for Transformers of this toy line. He's got a very deep elbow bend. He's probably got the best articulation out of any of the figures from Transformers Energon, to be honest. His hands don't do anything. He's got just very chunky, basic-looking hands. He does have a waist swivel, also pretty rare. His hips are on ball joints. They will go about that far forward. He doesn't have a very high kick, but it's alright. He does have a pretty far back kick, though. His legs will go out. He can do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. I think he's probably one of the only figures of this line, of the Unicron trilogy in general, really, to have a thigh swivel. And his knee joint, it's a 90-degree knee joint. I feel like they probably could have added more, but it's not too bad. And then he can point his toes, and his feet can move up just a little bit. So he's pretty well articulated for a figure from Transformers Energon, to be honest. Now for play features, he does have these blades here on his arms, and I guess he's also got that cannon there, and he's got Minicon ports there as well. So you can have some pretty cool fighting going on with this guy. So I always like it whenever Transformers have Minicon ports on their arms. So that's pretty cool. He can activate his hyper mode as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and shoot those missiles so we don't have to worry about those. But you're just going to do the same thing that you would do in vehicle mode. Just going to extend those all the way out. You want to collapse this against his body. And then you're going to rotate these forward. And then you would just bring his arms underneath those cannons. And now he has like hip-mounted blasters, which is really cool. I do quite like that. And then he's also got these extra guns here on the sides, so that's pretty cool. So that is a thing that you can do if you really wanted to do that. So just bringing those back down. Also, if you really wanted to, you could just kind of keep those cannons splayed out like that. If you prefer this kind of look going on for the cape, which is usually what I do. Usually I bring this out a click like that, and then bring these down a click. You just kind of keep this sort of looking like that, so it's a pretty clean, or clean-ish looking silhouette he's got going on here in the back, just to kind of have a little bit more stuff going on with him. So, that's pretty much it for Energon Sharkticon here. He's a really cool figure. I would definitely highly recommend him. He's one of my absolute favorite toys from this line, and I don't regret picking him up at all. You can find him pretty cheap. So, anyways, guys, I'm Shockwave640, and this was Decepticon Sharkticon. And if you liked the video, please be sure to share it with some of your friends, and to like and comment. I always like reading people's comments and replying when I can. So, don't be afraid to do that, and leave me any suggestions or any tips or anything like that if you would like to do so. Well, guys, I'm Shockwave640, and I will be seeing you later. Peace.